Good evening, and thank you for joining me this evening for the Umbanda Soul Soldier Truth Podcast. This evening, we're going to discuss God and religion. We're going to talk about God being far too massively large, omniscient, omnipresent, all-knowing, all-powerful, God being far too powerful for just one little puny, tiny religion to encapsulate, to describe, to represent. God is far larger than any one of your little puny one religions, all right? So we're going to talk about the source of all creation that transcends your little puny religion, all right? Your little one, you think you know it all religion. God is too big for any one religion. Religions are a major catalyst for division in this world. And they shouldn't be. Instead, we should all be united because all these religions are just different paths to the same God. Pluralism. Let me just enlarge that for you. There we have Islam, Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism, Buddhism, all pointing to that center, which is God. See that, folks? Look, it's even in 3D, folks. Look, God, God, God. How can anyone say that there is only one true faith? You leave me a comment. Let me know how you can do that. Because it's really, in my estimation, consequences of elitism, arrogance, disrespect, division. What are the benefits of pluralism? Humility, openness, respect, unity, no worries. Calmness, although I'm being anything but currently, but I'm excited. I'm excited to drop this science and spread this knowledge. Humility, I'm humble before the almighty, powerful source of all omniverse, the divine, infinite intelligence. Honesty, let's be honest, folks. Do you think your little slice of the pie is all there is? Respect, let's be respectful. Let's inquire. Let's be truth seekers. How about that? Hinduism, Islam, Judaism, Christian. But I will say, out of all those religions right there, Hinduism is far more sophisticated and elevated in its pantheon, and it's the top. Hinduism, there's a reason why Hinduism appears number one in this list. Islam, I'll give it second place because Islam is very wise and recognizes all the prophets, recognizes Jesus, whereas Christianity, there's some kind of disconnect with most Christians. They don't realize that Islam's part of the same heritage, but Buddhism should be right up under there, actually, under Hinduism before Islam. Sorry, my Muslim brothers. Presence of miracles. Let's talk about that. Their surpassing worth of the goal. Experience of blessings in the present life. Experience is the key. Revealed, not man-made. See what we got here, folks. Of course, Buddhism is not Christianity and does not try to be, but how does one come away after encountering Buddhism deny that it is in touch with God in its own way? That's what Clark Pinnock had to say. To understand God is to listen. Listen to Jesus and Muhammad and Buddha. But don't get caught up in the names. Listen to them. Then listen beyond them. Listen to God's breath. That's a Zen saying. Is there another perspective to consider? 3 problems. Tres problemos. The problem, number 1, of incoherence. Concerning some core realities, each religion articulates something vastly different. Person of Jesus. Islam, Jesus did not die. Judaism, Jesus died and stayed dead. Christianity, Jesus died and rose again. They're all wrong. Which fact is true about Jesus? None of those facts were. Islam, Jesus did not die. Judaism, Jesus died and stayed dead. Key point, if all of the religions can't be right, but we say that all religions are equal, then it brings up what is called the problem of incoherence. Problem of incoherence defined, claiming that all religions are equally true will create too many logical inconsistencies. Points of difference, understanding of God, understanding of death, understanding of humans. Dismissed. All charges dismissed. The problem of respect, key point, ignoring. Ignoring, disrespect. Ignoring, disrespect, changing. Ignoring, disrespect, changing, damage. The problem of a reference point. The problem of a reference point outside objective criteria is needed to determine if all religions are the same. There we go, folks. Look, it's even in 3D, folks, right there, 3D. Wow, look at that. There you go. Cannot accept it. They cannot accept it. Freedom of choice. The person of Jesus was the most unique birth, length of ministry, life, death, post-death, purpose. Well, folks, I hope I wasn't too dramatic for you, but at the end of the day, what have we got except each other and our own truth? It's time to share the truth, folks. There are many paths to the same ultimate source creator, and religion has just got to fall by the wayside. It's just far too divisive, and it's a technology that's outdated. There needs to be another type of technology, and I think we're going to look into this right here, right? Spirit is eternal, but to have had a past life is impossible because it requires an electromagnetic environment, a biophysical body in which to live, if you will. And further, when your flesh dies, it cannot be born again, nor can the spirit, for that matter, be born again, because it remains alive, and it would be simply meaningless to inhabit a new body. The role of the spirit is to ascend to the dark of night and the bright stars, not to jump from fetus to fetus. The universal intelligence is much too smart. Universal intelligence, we're talking about God, folks, the source of all creation. It's much too smart to allow such futile effort. Give me your input now, the universal intelligence would say, to be released to the released spirit, so to say. In other words, your body is the creator of your soul pair. The spirit houses it. You are all here in this life to begin something wonderful, a journey designed by the universal intelligence to collect information, to report back to daddy, to report back to the headquarters. Let them know what's going on in this struggle between the family of light and family of dark. Again, this information will be collected by the universal intelligence after your physical body and your spirit separate. The body has done its part. It returns to the element. The spirit's mission is just beginning. Your mission is just beginning. Thinkers do not always understand this when they suffer the loss of a loved one. But in fact, a human loss should be considered a reason for reminiscing, not anguish. This is because your loved one has just been born into eternity. This is the full meaning of spirituality, folks. With the Anunnaki order of heaven, death is the true first birth. Understands that it is not easy for thinkers to comprehend that death is the beginning of the real life. This life here is just a dress rehearsal. It's a school for your soul, for your spirit to learn its lesson. All right, where everything is explained to you as you progress in the reading. The origin and meaning of life is there. The origin and meaning of death is there as well. The origin and meaning of God, universal intelligence, is there as well. Proposes that any personal entity will be God if a thinker is in need of his or her existence. Nothing wrong with that. If this thinker feels that God is a person of some extraordinary qualities, again, there's nothing wrong here. Like there's nothing wrong if a thinker believes in having no need for the existence and the adoration thereof. What is fundamentally wrong is for thinkers to segregate themselves religiously, all right, as the separation of religion has given the world only misery and corruption, only discord, racial hatred, and war. All belief systems would operate for the good of all if a given religion accepts and embraces all other religions. After all, they are all looking for God's goodwill. Why be separated? Either that, or we will have to eliminate all religions within our group, that is. This is precisely one of the points and intentions of the Earth Plus Nature Fellowship, to harvest a new all races together society with or without religions. Join me, folks, in this new journey. Namaste. Namaskaram.